Part of the problem with Stumble Guys, where I've been losing a whole lot lately, is that I've been watching videos while playing Stumble Guys. And you can do that while playing Fall Guys to a certain extent. Um, I think when I get to the final round, it costs me more, probably. But it's not the same with Stumble Guys. You really have to be focused for some of these levels. Not all of them, but some of them. Oh, God. Anyway, I guess I'm playing with Ryder. Yeah, I lost one. Yeah, have I? So we'll do a quick stumble bending. Trying to get through these. I should have done much better at these than I have. Let's. I think at this point it makes the most sense to play in the U.S., which I already am in, so that's good. 6 a.m. over here, so yeah. I think even if I'm like if I go to Europe or whatever, it'll just be less early in the morning. I want to put it on like the West Coast or something, but I can't do that here. The servers aren't that complicated in Fall Guys. I'd like to play with people on the West Coast right now if I could, but won't let me do that. Oh, Jesus Christ. You guys, you do not do this. No! Okay. Well, I can't blame any distractions on that. I should have just kept moving. That's what I should have done. I like that little surfboard one. Battle hex source going down. These are all just bots. This is embarrassing. I'm gonna put on video while I wait. I'm not gonna put on a video while I play.
Over the past 3 months, core inflation has been just 1.6%. Meanwhile, fourth quarter growth is projected to be 5.4%, far greater than anybody other than myself and a few others have predicted. Since the
Yeah,
Snappy
it's
Wolf,
great though. That actually
Tiger.
evenly to the average American. Average Americans, according to Howard Butlick, that means every
Izumi
American's pockets
Fawn,
are going to grow by 4.5% or 5.4%. Sorry,
Blank
whatever
Goose,
number he's presenting here. That's how it works. When
Frosty
GDP
Seal.
grows 5.4%, that means every American made 5.4% more money. That's how it works. Duh.
Since my inauguration, we've lifted more than 1.2 million people off of food stamps, and that took 4 years in which Biden secured less than $1 trillion of new investment in our country. Think of that, $1 trillion, substantially less than that. Just over 1 year ago, under the radical left Democrats, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. In fact, the United States economy is on pace to grow at double the rate that was projected.
We're the hottest.
Just last April. And with my growth and tariff policies.
Yeah, when he talks about people no longer receiving food stamps, just know that that's a rhetorical trick that Republicans love utilizing. They make
Alright,
it
we're
harder
done.
to access food stamps. They'll kick like hundreds of thousands of people off food stamps, and they'll celebrate it like they got, they got wealthier. That's not the case. Unironically, they got poorer, as a matter of fact, because now this social safety net that they were relying on to feed themselves and their children, they no longer have access to. And then they'll turn around and act as though this is a cause for celebration. It's not. Yeah, you didn't lift people off of food stamps, you threw them off. Exactly. We lifted more than 1.2 million Americans off food stamps in 1 year.
Yeah.
This is all great news, and it's great.
I need
the USA is the economic engine on the planet.
I need
America booms the entire world.
a new
It's been the history. When it goes bad,
ability.
it goes bad. You all follow us down, and you follow us up, and we're at a point that I don't believe we've ever been. I never thought we could do it this quickly. biggest surprise is I thought it would take more than a year, maybe like a year and 1 month. It's happened very quickly. This afternoon, I want to discuss how we've achieved this economic miracle, how we intend to raise living standards for our citizens to levels never seen before.
When?
Perhaps how you two, the places where you come from, can do much better by following what we're doing, because certain places in Europe are not even recognizable, frankly, anymore. They're not recognizable. And we can argue about it, but there's no argument. Let's go back.
Yeah, he goes into all of this like sloppiness bullshit, like, oh, Europe is not recognizable anymore because there's so many black.
I feel like
people
this
in, like,
round
Europe
could be interesting and fun
Europe was far
on
better,
playing against human players. I think it's difficult. I think people don't enjoy it.
It's far worse
Wow.
now
But like
than it
playing
was
against the
even
bots,
a
it's
couple
like
decades ago.
it's feels like a waste of time.
Austerity, due to becoming more and more Americanized.
Blank, Zebra, Chunky Cub, and
neoliberals,
Velocity, I think.
that have dominated European politics for
He's dead already.
since the 90s. Whether you are talking about conservative neoliberals and conservative parties, or even the supposed left-flank neoliberals that have also brought about the same level of crippling austerity measures to their own countries, destroying the social safety nets and significantly reducing the quality of life in many of these European nation states. And that is a real because there's more brown people. Nobody would give us if there's more brown people or more black people in whichever European country that they're living in, if the public transit structure still exists in the same ways that it did. It's like fast, it's efficient.
Well, that's a win.
And you can get on the bus and you know that, like, you can get
Dancing
wherever
Pig
you
Alien.
need to go.
Dancing Pig Alien.
Great. And for a reasonable price. You wouldn't worry
All right.
about like what is changing actually. What is changing in my country if you could go to your doctor and get the same care coverage that you got in the past, that your electricity bills were not sky high. Okay, if the cost of rent wasn't going up year over year and becoming unmanageable. So the exact same problems that exist in the United States of America exist in Europe as well. Europe made the refugees by forcing them to move. No, ironically enough, Europe played a secondary role in those countries. Okay, if we're gonna get real,
Let's do this.
if you're talking about Muslim refugees, the reason why there are a lot of Muslim refugees that came from Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, numerous other countries is because of U.S. intervention in the region, which Europe played a role in as well. But Europe played a secondary role, a junior partner in
Nice.
the coalition. But of course, the global war on terror did not impact America in the same way that it did Europe, because America is far removed from the violence that it dishes out all around the globe. Oh, no, I'm talking about Africa too. Yeah, I mean, Europe plays a role in that as well, obviously, or historically has played a role in that. But I think most of the people that are mad, they dish out the white supremacy styles of racism towards everyone, like the previous colonial subjects as well. But what they're actually frustrated by is like the new wave of refugees and new wave of migrants that have come in, which have predominantly coming from the MENA region.
In 1 year, our agenda has produced a transformation like America has not seen in over 100 years. Instead of closing down energy plants, we're opening them up. Instead of building ineffective money-losing windmills, we're taking them down and building it.
Yeah, so I've briefly touched on this before, but like the anti-climate change propaganda is actually anti-Trump
Going okay.
propaganda. Many things that America does should be read in that same line of thought. Like, I know we're joking, we're saying Don Quixote, but like it's actually more nefarious than that. China obviously is the global manufacturing hub for many things, including batteries and renewable energy grid.
As we go a little further.
The things that are necessary for renewable energies all around the world, from windmills.
That's one strike.
Batteries to solar panels, all this stuff, and they're also on top of that, obviously manufacturing electric vehicles as well. And Howard Butler basically
Who's up against me, man? First.
Why would we use Chinese style EVs? Like, you're so stupid. We're an oil nation. And yeah, Adam Two's face is pretty funny in reaction.
Yeah, run, bitch.
Like the other panelists, when he's complaining about it, is hilarious. Where once again, oil is a finite resource, okay? It's going to inevitably run out. And not only is it a finite resource, but it's also destroying the planet in the process of burning fossil fuels.
Look at that, he used a bomb on me. Bots are pretty good about that.
All of its brain power, all of its might, all of its money.
I know how to avoid them, though.
Direction to create a more robust infrastructure for renewables. Oh my God, did I fucking F again? I'm gonna lose my mind. Instead of America being an important player in the new frontier of energy, America's basically decided that we can't do anything about it. China is dominating. China won. China is winning the next phase in energy. So we're just going to dial in, and we are going to be we're going to continue being the dominant force in the petrodollar dominant force in the old
Oh, you got hit by the water.
In the old energy. All right, Donald Trump is live on CNBC.
Dance, 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 dance.
But I guess I don't have to ask that because of the news.
That's the disadvantage to being upfront.
Well, we have a concept of a deal. I think it's going to be a very good deal for the United States.
All right. Well, I enjoyed that. Shall we play it again? I guess we're obligated to. We're winning. You got to keep it. Try to see if we can keep it rolling. I might stop. It's like all or nothing. So if I get a strike, I might stop.
Well, I assume they did because he very much represents as a strong leader. Want, you know, so he's been speaking to them. He's been. Say it, but
The gold dome was
they can be involved in.
it's not specific enough to know at this point how long this lasts, whether it's
Forever.
forever.
It'll be forever.
For Greenland. This
Forever.
that's staggering. This is what 2 hours after.
It's better than the Obama deal with Davis Iran nuclear deal with a 9-year deal. No, this is forever. This is a long term.
I mentioned that you could have come over here and just talked about what you wanted to, what before you left. I think you wanted to talk about
It's just me and the bot.
the progress that you've made in terms domestically with the economy and everything else.
No.
You had to talk about.
We're doing.
Somehow I'm surviving. Alright, I'll just be pro. Yeah, if you're just careful, you'll outlast the bot. That was crazy. I almost lost the bot. There we go. Alright. 2 wins in a row. Not bad.
That's fair to say.
Bit lucky. Better to be lucky than good. Let's go.
NATO.
Keep it going.
Strengthen NATO.
Big alien for the win.
It's proud of NATO from the standpoint. Look, I brought them up from 2% to 5% of GDP. They're paying a lot of money. They pay us a lot of money because they buy missiles and they buy a lot of things.
As a real estate guy, some people say you own lower rates, but Scott made.
I'm playing with 2 champions.
Productivity gains, whether it's from AI or beautiful bill, whatever it is, that you need a Fed chairman.
Crap, what a bastard.
In other words, we might be at a point where we could run nominal GDP at 8% or after inflation, 5.5.
Why target me when you can target the other? Oh, this. Wow, it's all players right now. There was 2 champions and 2 masters in the game. There was no bots.
Because they say, oh, they're going to raise your rate. What really stops you from having any great runs, and we want to have a great run. So we're going to be at 5
Ooh.
or something. They're predicting. I don't know. It's much higher than they thought. But let's say we're at 5.5. We could be at 10, or we could be at 12, or we could be at 15. But immediately when
It's so fake. It's so fake. Trump is also recognizing that it's fake, and he's basically just saying it's fake. Why don't you fake it in my direction? Why don't you fake it in a way that like makes my buddies even more money? Just it's fake anyway.
the stock market crash, it's everything.
Yeah. Stop raising the rates, lower them so that we can have 50% GDP growth.
So look, we've had tremendous growth.
It's so good.
Damn.
Regular people are starving. They can't afford a home. They can't even pay for rent.
All right, that's where we stop. Good work, Marina MV.
Go on. What you consider hyperinflation, I call more money, bigger number.
If he decides to stay on the Fed.
Think about what it would do in terms of GDP growth.
So, I guess that's all, folks. Please, like, subscribe, bell, comment. Love you guys. Bye bye.
His life won't be very
Save recent gameplay, full video.